You know what I haven't done in a really long time?
Inside the walls of this court, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments, as you know, for the first major abortion right cases since Justices Kavanaugh.
Like, seriously? Since Justices Kavanaugh, this is where you boo. Like, is the people he's talking to so fucking stupid they don't know who the fuck he's talking about?
And Justices Gorsuch.
Boo, now you know.
Came to the bench. We know what's at stake. Over the last 3 years, women's reproductive rights have come under attack in a way we haven't seen in modern history.
Or you could say that the rights of the unborn have been bolstered in a way that we have not seen in recorded history. All depends on whether or not you like killing.
From Louisiana to Missouri to Texas, Republican legislatures are waging a war on women. All women.
Or a war on killing babies. Again, it's all in whether or not you care about killing babies.
And they're taking away fundamental rights.
Fundamental rights. From what I understand, the only God-given rights that are bestowed upon us by our Constitution is the pursuit of life. Wait, it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, nobody's killing these women. So you can't say anybody's taking away their fundamental right to life. Liberty? Well, you kind of have to outweigh the freedom of an adult against the life of a child that that adult made the decision to have. And I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Like, my stance on what abortions I will allow is very fucking clear. And if you get fucked because you wanted it, and uh-oh, I'm pregnant, fuck you. You gave up your liberty when you decided to get fucked and got pregnant. I don't give a shit. That's what happens. There are better ways. And pursuit of happiness. Now, if we're going to get to the point where we're going to say that a child's life isn't worth getting in the way of a pursuit of happiness, what in the fuck is the first one even for then?
I want to tell you, Gorsuch. I want to tell you, Kavanaugh. You have released the whirlwind.
Well, looks like somebody thinks he's a young gun.
Reap the whirlwind, Sheriff Brady. Reap it.
Chucky the douche.
And you will pay the price.
Now, he says that what he meant was they were going to pay the political price. That's what he says he meant. Now, judges, Supreme Court justices, specifically, are put there for life. Like, it's a for-life job. He ain't gonna get fired. Right? And he's not gonna get voted out come next election. That shit doesn't happen. So what political ramifications are they going to deal with? Because I've seen the political ramifications that the Democrats like to put on people. Destroy their livelihood, bug the shit out of them constantly, have motherfuckers camping out on their front lawn so that they can scream at them every time they come out of the door. Just general harassment and other illegal shit. I've also seen a lot of leftists just attack people. So, boy, I don't know. I don't know entirely if I buy the political ramification line. First of all, there isn't or will ever be any. Like, there's no political ramifications for these men. Period. No matter what they do. They ain't in politics. They're not involved. They're above you. Far above you. Chuck. Far above you. but nevertheless, certainly above it. So, but when we get into the next part, because we're, for context sake, of course, we're going to play out his whole fucking stupid thing. When we get into the next part, you're going to see another reason why that bullshit just doesn't fucking wash with me.
You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Now, look, the you don't know what'll hit you thing, that's not good. You're fucking retarded, Chuck. But if you go forward with these decisions, they haven't made any decisions. As far as I am aware, at the point when Dick Shit here is fucking giving his little speech, they were just beginning to hear the case. No decisions had been fucking made. Not even close to decisions had been fucking made. So, what decision exactly is it you don't want them to go forward with?
The bottom line is very simple. We will stand with the American people. We will stand with American women. We will tell President Trump and Senate Republicans who have stacked the court with right-wing ideologues that you're going to be gone in November and you will never be able to do what you're trying to do now, ever again.
Now see, that's where he's talking about people who actually have political ramifications. I think this is Chuck Schumer trying to just fucking make up a please don't fucking, investigate me statement here. He was talking about two different groups of people at two different times and saying two different things to them. All of it was kind of whatever the fuck you want to call it. Do I think Chuck Schumer's threatening anybody? Fuck no. That punk motherfucker wouldn't dare raise his hand to anybody else in this world lest he be fucking bitch slapped like the cunt he is. So I don't think Chuck Schumer's doing anything. But there's a lot of crazy leftists that are fucking violent.
It's against the law.
Somebody gets raped by somebody and they're like, I'm a 16-year-old and I can't have this baby. Think you should keep it?
It's a baby.
Yeah.
If someone was raped and she gave birth and she decided to kill her 3-year-old child.
And they love killing babies, man. So, I don't know. It seems bad all around. But he's kind of a fucking asshole. And now they're talking about censoring him. And, man, I think he honestly deserves a censor on this one. Because, fuck Chuck Schumer. You shouldn't be able to come out and say this dumb shit. Like, at the very least, he's intimidating judges to rule the way he wants. And, like, people are bringing in Donald Trump into this and saying, well, Donald Trump threatened Supreme Court justices. No, he said that they should recuse themselves from any cases involving the current administration because they've been so outspoken against the current administration. He believes they should recuse themselves. There's no threats in that. There was no threats in anything he said about them. He didn't say, you're going to reap the whirlwind, Sheriff Brady. He didn't fucking, you're not going to know what's hit you. He said, I think they should recuse themselves because they're outspoken about that shit. He didn't even demand that shit. He suggested it. It's not a comparison. I understand everything Donald Trump does and says is the most terrible fucking thing, and it's all just violent dog whistling to fucking extreme racists. I get you, but fuck off, right? Like that's dog whistling to extreme racists. Donald Trump said, I think they should recuse themselves because they don't like me. So, the Chief Justice came out and said, fuck you. We will not be intimidated by you. You can suck a dick. We're going to still do our jobs. Maybe you should try and do yours sometime. So, Like, it's just annoying, man. It's getting annoying. Like, and all of this is because they want to kill babies. Like, do you want to know what it is that the Supreme Court's ruling on? Do you give a shit? Because if you do, I'll tell you. In some state, don't remember which. Don't crucify me for that, whatever. It's fucking happening. It doesn't matter which state. In a state, they've made a law wherein it is illegal for somebody to perform an abortion without having admitting rights within 30 miles of where they're performing the abortion. Right? Now, does that hold any benefit? Well, I would say that if you're performing an abortion on a woman and you nick the wrong thing, I don't know, whatever, there's some sort of complication with the fucking thing, like if the woman has a problem, whatever, like if there's any sort of issue and you're 200 miles away from a hospital, I think that would suck a lot more than being 30 miles away from the hospital. Like, in my mind, I see this as being a double-edged sword. Yes, I see it reducing the number of viable abortion places. Yeah, I get that. That's, But I also see it as being a health and wellness thing for the mother. Sorry, the murderess. The former mother. However you want to look at it. I see it being good for her. If there's complications or something happens, she can be whisked away to the hospital so that we can save her selfish fucking life. Fuck the kid. Alright, kid dies anyways. Who gives a shit what happens to the kid? Right? Seems a rational thing to me. You can still murder babies. You just have to do it close enough to the hospital that we can save the mother. Because she's the only one y'all give a fuck about anyways, right? So why would they be against this? Oh, because it involves abortion. And it's not, paving the road easier for mothers to kill more babies. It's making it more difficult to kill babies. So of course they're against it. But yeah, Chuck, you keep standing with the American woman and making it, more and more dangerous for her to have abortions and just to fuck babies because all those American women, half of those abortions, actually more than half because birth rates wind up being more women than men. So more of them were women. Well, could have been women, but fuck them. The whole abortion thing just disgusts me at this point. Like I've fucked probably a dozen women in my life. Never got one of them knocked up. I ain't that fucking tough. So, there are certain conditions under which I'm fine with an abortion. If the fetus is dead in the womb, alright, get it out of there, right? If there is a severe problem with the fetus, and the baby is just not going to have but a few days worth of life, why bother putting the baby into that misery? There's just no point. Suffer slowly and die, motherfucker. Good, clean, quick death, as opposed to one of long suffering. Right? And, in the cases of rape and incest, I'm fine with that. If somebody rapes you and you don't want to have their baby, well, hey, like that, I'm not going to force you to have that baby. As far as I'm concerned, it's kind of a second raping. Fine with that. If that's your choice, fine. But, man, me and my boyfriend, we were drunk last night and he forgot to put on a condom. Fuck you. You pissed away your life. I hope you had all your fun and packed it really good and tight into that one night, because he ain't having it anymore for 18 more years at the very least. Time to be a mom and grow up. Like, dude, if you're not mature enough to have sex and not come out of it with the situations you don't want to come out of it with, fuck you. Parenthood matures you up real quick. Least it should. But nothing matures people anymore. Fucking at all. So, fuck it. Whatever. But, yeah. I think Chuck Schumer should definitely be censored on this one. I think it was fucking stupid of him to say. I think I was talking about political ramifications for people that they don't apply to. I think that's fucking weak, Chuck. I think that's really fucking weak. If you're gonna lie, come up with something believable.